Hey guys, how's it going? It's Molly. I'm here today to do a first impressions video of a palette that I am so excited to play with. It is the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. I cannot even begin to describe how excited I was to get this. I just, for whatever reason, even though, yes, this is like a basic neutral palette, it is not that basic and it is absolutely gorgeous. So I have already played with it. I was going to say I'm excited to get started and play with it, but this is what I came up with today. So if you are curious about my first impressions on this palette, then go ahead and keep watching. All right, you guys. Oh, wow. Put on some weight since I wore the shirt last, so it's very tight in the arms. I wish it was happy weight. It is not. It is chub. I put in some chub. All right, so here's the palette. I'm really excited about this. I know that it's just like a neutral palette, but my cat is going nuts. Cat crazies. He's got to run his laps. Okay. Anyways, here's the palette. I was excited about this right off the bat, and then I saw reviews and I got even more excited about it because, you know, I was excited, but I had this guilt because I was like, it's a neutral palette. I have neutrals. I don't need that. But sorry, my cat just jumped on the counter and I'm distracted now. But from what I've gathered from some reviews, these are not like other neutrals. The undertone is different than a lot of what you will find on the market. So that gives me some hope. Now I just need to figure out what on earth I want to do for today's first impression. Should I do swatches? Do you guys want swatch? I'll do some swatches. Wow, that is pigmented. That isn't. Let's see if we can build that sucker up. Nope, probably just a really good transition shade. Huh. That's pretty. What? No way, that's beautiful. That's the like middle shade, that green honey shade. Okay, so that's the whole palette swatched. They're not the best swatches. I don't think it's because of the palette. I think it's because of me. So I really want to use this dark queen shade like all over my lid. Oh, but is that going to be too much for a typical Monday? Maybe. Okay, so it comes with a double-sided brush. I am going to go ahead and use this today, along with, I have some new Sigma brushes. So my mom got me these for my birthday, and I have not used them yet. So I'm going to go ahead and use them. The only blending brush that I have is an E38. So hopefully that paired with this guy will give me a comprehensive eye look. All right, so transition. I think I'm going to take this shade here as my transition shade. It's the shade Sweet, and I'm taking that on my Sigma E38. Maybe it's not a good idea to do a first impressions of an eyeshadow palette when you're using brushes that you've never used before. I don't know. We shall see. But they're Sigma brushes. It's not like they're crappy brushes, so I'm just going to do it. I feel pretty confident that it'll be okay. So this has gotten quite a bit of hype on YouTube. So I guess I'm kind of curious to see if that hype is justified or not. And I'm just spending some time building this up. So now I'm going to take the shade Drip right here to deepen up the crease. This might be a mistake. This might just be like way too dark for what I'm doing, but we'll see. And I'm just taking it on the same brush. Don't mind the barking. My dog is downstairs in his kennel, which is where he usually is when I film videos nowadays. I did learn that it's very stressful to film videos when he's not in his kennel because he barks at every single thing. Oh my God, it's so pretty. He's so pretty. Okay, so one of the things that I heard about this palette is that the undertone was more yellow, and it is. That is very, very correct. Which for fall is like perfect, right? Totally perfect. And they're blending really, really well. Like this is a joy to work with. I'm really loving it. In fact, I don't even know that I'm going to use the brush that came with it, to tell you the truth. Okay, I'm going to take an E34 brush. It's a dome utility brush. It's this guy here. How do I show you the tip? Oh well. It's this guy here. And I am going to dip into Sting right here, and I'm just going to deepen up my outer V with this brush. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. We will see. No, that might have been a mistake. But I am going to take it into the crease a little bit, so I figured that it would work well for that purpose. This is a beautiful brown shade. And I'm loving the fall vibes these days. I'm such a basic you-know-what. Okay, I'm just blending that out a little bit with the brush that came with the palette. Because I'm not crazy about how this brush is applying the shade. So I'm like kind of laying down the shadow and then blending out with this guy. And I'm not experiencing much fallout at all. There's a little bit, but nothing crazy. Normally I do my eyes first. But this morning I figured I'd get my base done and then just come upstairs and do my first impressions of the palette. So, and that definitely gave me a little bit of makeup anxiety. Doing something out of order is just odd. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this palette. They're not like sticking down right away. Like you can really, they're very workable, if that makes any sense at all. Oh, wait, I probably need to blend that. Oh my gosh, it just blends so well. Hello, Urban Decay. Urban Decay is one of the brands that like I want to see do well. I feel like they're so iconic that I want them to knock it out of the park every single time. And I feel like it's been a hot minute for them. They haven't necessarily done that with previous releases. Sorry, I'm having a hard time talking and doing my makeup because I'm enjoying it so much. But I think with this release, first impressions wise, this is kind of knocking my socks off, honestly. Okay, and then I'm going in with that first shade that we used, and I'm just blending that out a little bit more. If you're wanting just a matte look, this is it. Okay, so that's the base for the eye look. So now I want to figure out what shimmer I'm going to use. Like I said, I really want to use Queen. So I'm gonna deepen up the outer V's already deepened. But I might put this over the shade Sting. And then I think I want to use Honey. Is it going to look stupid? Oh, But this one is so pretty. Maybe I want to do that. I feel like everybody's probably using honey in their videos. So I'm going to go ahead and use HBIC. No idea what that means, but I'm going to put it on my eyeballs. Okay, so for, I don't know. For this step, I'm going to be using the E57. It's a firm shader brush. And I'm going to apply this dry first to see how it performs dry. Really pack that on the brush. It's performing dry just fine. This is making me ridiculously happy. So, I mean, it's just like a nice, simple, smoky eye. Nothing crazy. We're not reinventing anything here. Okay, so it applies really well dry. I want to see how intense it gets when I wet my brush. And that way you guys can kind of see, I mean, here, I'll come in closer. So here it is dry. So it's definitely like there. Now I'm gonna wet my brush. Maybe. And I am taking this up into my crease just a little bit to help with the transition. Can I come closer? Okay, so there's not a huge difference between the wet and the dry, but just to make things completely even, I'm going to go ahead and take a wet brush over on this side too. And then to help just kind of blend that out, I am going to take the brush that's included in the palette and the shade Drip, the shade that I use to deepen up my crease. And I'm going to blow that into the crease a little bit here. And then going back in with the E38, is that what you are? Yep. Blending, blending, blending. Okay, then I am going to take Queen, that really sultry, dark brown shimmer, and I'm going to, oh my gosh, it even has, it has yellow gold in it. And I'm taking this on my outer V, just on my finger. Is this step necessary? No. But did I want to get this on my face? Yes. I will do it however I need to. All right, so now I need to figure out the lower lash line. For that, I'm just gonna take the smaller side of the double-sided brush and I'm going to take Drip all along the lower lash line. Just kind of feeling a more intense sort of fall vibe. And then I'm going to go back into Sting with the Dome utility brush and take this on my outer third. Whoa, that intensified everything. Okay, and then I am going to take a E21, it's a smudger brush, and I want to take HBC down on my lower lash line just a little bit. Can't see what I'm doing. I'm just taking it like along the inner portion. So I feel like that added just a little bit of something. I'm going to finish up with a couple coats of mascara as usual. All right, so this is the finished look. First impressions, I'm loving this. I cannot wait to play with this some more. I felt like the shadows performed really, really well. Like I said, the mattes were really blendable. They were a joy to work with. It's really stressful when you're doing your makeup and you put a matte down and you cannot blend it out. So to have mattes that just blend so effortlessly is a huge plus. And the shimmers are really, really pretty. Like I said, they perform great dry. They perform really great wet. It's whatever level of intensity that you want as far as how metallic you want your lids to be. But I am so happy that I bought this. So I will be playing around with it some more, and I'll get you guys a full review here soon. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.